Brian Cox spilled the beans on a private conversation he had with the late Prince Philip over lunch, revealing in a tribute after his death that he had been so engrossed in his chat with the Duke that he hardly ate anything. Professor Cox returns to screen last night with new program Universe at 9 p.m. on BBC Two. The second installment of the show saw Professor Cox explore whether other lifeforms and intelligence exist in worlds far beyond our own. Over the last few years, the hunt for alien life forms has led to the discovery of a range of exotic worlds, made visible using the Kepler Space Telescope. Most startling, however, is the discovery of a number of planets that may be contenders for a second Earth. Among them is the discovery of AK2, 186F, or as it is more glamorously dubbed, Super Earth, which exists in the Goldilocks zone, an area just the right distance from a sun to potentially support life. With over 2,800 exoplanets already confirmed by the Kepler telescope, Professor Cox laid out his own answer to the age-old scientific question, are we alone? Professor Cox propelled himself to national acclaim when he fronted BBC series Wonders of the Universe a decade ago. His growth in popularity has led the astrophysicist to befriend television stars and even rub shoulders with royalty. Upon the death of Philip, Professor Cox revealed he had once sat with the Duke of Edinburgh at a lunch and was wowed by the royal's scientific knowledge. The pair had discussed cosmology and relativity, and Professor Cox was amazed by how knowledgeable and intelligent the Duke was. Professor Cox tweeted to his 3 million followers, "I sat next to Prince Philip at a lunch a few years ago and we discussed cosmology and relativity for the whole lunch. I hardly ate anything. He was fiercely intelligent, knowledgeable about the subject, and endlessly curious." RIP. The scientist wrote the tweet on April 9, the day the Duke of Edinburgh has passed. The Queen's husband was the longest-serving consort in royal history, and died just months before his 100th birthday. A number of Twitter users commented on Professor Cox's post, paying their respects to the Duke, including Rod Maxwell, who said, "A couple of work colleagues met him a few years back. He was joking with them and putting them at ease. By all accounts a pleasure to work with." Twitter user Ruben Van Pra added, "A much more genuine tribute than what BBC News put on their sites. Thanks." Meanwhile, Ped replied by making a reference to the first line of Pulp's 90s hit, "Common People." The user wrote, "He came from Greece. He had a thirst for knowledge." The physicist was responding to a tweet from artist Jonathan Yeo which said, "He was a hugely impressive man in person, whose public persona belied a fierce intelligence, quick humor and seemingly endless curiosity. Very happy memories of sittings at Buckingham Palace in 2006. Philip's passions drew him in 3 main directions: the environment, equestrian, and the welfare of young people. However, the Duke also, like Professor Cox, reportedly held a firm interest in extraterrestrial life and was said to have been a subscriber to quarterly magazine Flying Saucer Review in 1955. According to The Sun, the Duke first developed an interest in UFOs from his uncle, Lord Mountbatten, who had written an official report on a spaceship that had reportedly landed on his Hampshire estate in 1955. The Metro also reported that Philip had given former assistant Sir Peter Horsley a carte blanche to collect stories about UFOs from the RAF. Watch Universe at 9 p.m. on BBC Two.